before there was Fire Force, we had Soul Eater. If you like cat girls, like Tamaki...
Huh? Wanna tell me what you're staring at, loser? Nothing.
You might just enjoy Blair from Soul Eater as well.
Now that you mention it, that witch does have a really nice body, doesn't she?
Soul Eater has an amazing art style, which gives the anime a certain unique identity. It has a gothic Halloween look.
That's right.
And the show combines it with magic, spirits, and other European lore. I just love when an anime is a stylish interpretation of foreign cultures. Soul Eater also gives us some dynamic characters.
I'm really just a cat with a ridiculous amount of magical power.
And a complex story. Combine that with some well choreographed action sequences and get yourself a pretty damn good show. I like Professor Stein. He added a bit more insanity to an already crazy world.
Is this guy for real?
Kill la Kill is more or less a parody of the retro shonen formula, with a female protagonist and antagonist.
I don't have time to argue with idiots like you.
I love this show. Its action at its best, and the cartoonish character design is so damn awesome. It works so well with the wild, outrageous story it presents.
Get naked! I know for a fact that yes, you are not inferior to Lady Satsuki! Your boobs are way bigger than hers!
Ryuko is so damn hot, and her combat uniform makes her one of the most iconic girls in anime.
Let's do this, Sandcats!
Also, Satsuki is a damn fine woman, as well as there is plenty of fanservice to go around on both these females.
Thanks a bunch for the pep talk!
Man, those ties are like amazing. Man, those ties are so brilliant. Non-stop action with driven hot women. This is the greatest premise I've ever heard of.
Now it's gotten interesting.
Don't lose your way.
I'll defend this anime to the death. Sure, the story is uncohesive and weak, the action can be disappointing, and sometimes even pointless.
With the power of my memory!
Clothes can't contain it! I can't bring myself to look at Alex.
But that's okay, because it's a different kind of shonen. Fairytale and the title to make terrorist videos on, because the show is more or less a comedy, or better yet, an accidental parody of the shonen genre. There are a lot of girls that like this anime, and I can see why it does have a romance angle, and parts of the story are told from Lucy's perspective.
Hey, you're looking good in that dress you got on. Now don't you go falling into the river before your big date.
I wish Mira would keep her crazy suggestions to herself for once.
I'm telling you, be careful.
It's a weird shonen where girls are equally represented as guys are, which is a huge positive, in my opinion.
You've had boyfriends before, right?
Yeah, I've had like 3.
3? You're so lying.
It's not easy to keep so many diverse and fun characters relevant for 300 plus episodes.
The less you notice my blazing heart, the brighter my flames of love become. And when I'm near you, I'm consumed by lustful temptation.
But Fairytale does an admirable job in keeping me hooked on its premise. It's mostly about how characters interact with each other that makes them iconic, and dare I say it, even unique.
Well, you never know. Natsu might have feelings for you.
I'm the type of guy that appreciates fanservice, therefore Fairytale pleased me right from the beginning.
We show him some skin!
No way!
You see?
Oh my goodness!
I like seeing the perspective of a female, as she's part of an ongoing shonen anime.
It's not like I hate him or anything, I'm just not sure if we'd be compatible. Of course, I've never gone out with a boy before, so how can I really be sure of anything?
Lucy is a very interesting and fun girl to have around. That being said, Ursa Scarlet is my waifu from the series. I love her demanding attitude and kinda perverted personality.
I'm quite fond of the bunny girl.
Bunny?
The ears are simply adorable.
What makes Fairy Tail so amazing is that it's a lot of fun to watch. These characters are enjoying their lives. It was hard for me not to appreciate the goodwill and silliness of the show.
Stop it! You're gonna make me wet the bed!
Hands off while I'm in bed, got it?
A lot of action happening on a train would be a decent description of the show. I choose Baccano over Toradora because of its well-structured story. Toradora might be a bit more iconic and popular, but Baccano has the better overall concept and a more well-thought-out execution of its weird premise.
Alright, tell me something.
We get a lot of characters who are all coming together from different time frames and backgrounds. Story-wise, this is a colossal undertaking, and Baccano manages to brilliantly give us a satisfying conclusion to this complex adventure.
He's main character-ish.
Ish?
Yeah, ish.
A very popular title at this time, but even to this date, the show remained iconic and appreciated by the anime community.
I sort of wonder what her criteria are.
I had the pleasure to view it for the first time 5 years back, and I was amazed at the experience it had to offer. On the surface, the show has a rather simple premise.
This is going to be our new club room!
But once you explore a little bit deeper, you'll be amazed by the complexity of the universe it presents, and how well characters evolve and relate to each other.
This girl's a prime example of moe. It's a rule that in stories with strange things going on, you need to have one moe character.
From all the successful shonen out there, Gintama sets itself apart. It is a rare sight to see a protagonist like Gin.
Oh, I feel sick. Oh, my head is killing me.
He is calm and calculated, and also kinda lazy, which is a strong contrast to the usually energetic, obnoxious main character archetype. Also, the way episodes are structured is intriguing. The accent falls more on the social problems and character development rather than the action.
You've earned yourself the right to fondle Otsu's boobs, since she will be frozen in place for all eternity.
That being said, the show does incorporate a more classic shonen structure into the later episodes, but the comedy remains the same.
Nice! Then I'll work on Ketsuno's butt!
Don't think I'll let you perverts do as you please, Kay?
It's a different approach to the standard shonen formula, and I do very much appreciate this unique take on the genre.
What the hell kind of future is this?
My Hero Academia turned out to be a more promising anime than I had expected. It's a shonen based on superheroes, with a pretty cool protagonist. Midori has more or less the standard, determined, kind-hearted main character archetype.
I want to save people just like you do! When they see my fearless smile, they'll feel safe!
But what I really enjoyed about his arc is that he has to adjust and use his given quirk in a smart way despite his overpowered abilities.
He has shown me time and again that he has what it takes to be a real hero.
All Might is what really made this show so amazing, and it's his charisma and perseverance that got me hooked to begin with.
Young Midoriya is here!
Whoa, oh my...
This is an anime filled with gore and attractive tall blonde women.
Don't be offended.
Sounds like my kind of thing. Fortunately, Claymore offers more than that, and there's a brutal story that centers around the weird sisterhood of female fighters who are tasked with eliminating monsters from a medieval fantasy realm. I love the art style, and the fights are spectacularly brutal.
Try not to die after the first blow, alright?
I only got interested in the title as the reboot nearly finished its run. I do very much enjoy how structured the show is. It has good animations and interesting character design. I also like how Gon and Killua are best friends and not rivals, as many other anime main duo tend to be. Killua respects Gon, who is a very brave and open-minded person, even for his early age.
He's right.
Hisoka is the main attraction of the show, of course.
Our next fight will be in the real world without rules to hinder us. With our lives on the line.
He's a very intriguing character and serves as a perfect anti-hero for a protagonist to fight and overcome.
He's so far beyond me. But he's not so far out of reach I can't catch up someday.
Had to put this one on the list, although the anime adaptation ain't that great compared to the manga. The show is still one of the best seinen ever made. Lucky Ghoul has a lot of gore and psychological terror, not to forget amazing action sequences. Since vampires have become the subject of ridicule as of late, the anime introduces the ghouls as the bloodthirsty predators who disguise themselves as humans and terrorize modern-day society. The protagonist undergoes an incredible cat arc, which brings him from an insecure, whiny, emo little boy.
Is that you, Mama?
To an overpowered badass by the end of the first season.
Not too bad. But I can do better.
Speaking about amazing cat arcs, Parasyte might just have the best one in anime history. The protagonist is undergoing amazing psychological and physiological changes.
What did you do to my hand?
As he comes into contact with a parasite, which is an alien form that takes over a human body and devours his flesh.
Wait, you're not gonna go after my brain next, are you?
If that were possible, I would have done so already.
The anime has a lot of gore and great character development.
Oh my god! Oh crap! I'm so sorry! I didn't mean to, I swear!
Real nice, Shinichi!
I also like how Shinichi had to always adapt to new threats and outwit powerful opponents by using the strength of both his human side and the parasite. If you want the definition of yandere, you should watch Mirai Nikki, and you'll get all the information you need to understand this fascinating concept.
It'll be okay. Yuno's here to protect you.
Yuno is as good of a yandere as you can get, and the anime is structured in such a way that allows all members of its impressive cast of characters to shine.
For you, sweetheart, anything.
We are dealing with a deadly surviving game here. Each opponent has unique ability based on their eccentric personality.
The Soviet block eyesore of a pen they keep you rigged up until your hormones burn out.
The show has a lot of gore and even nudity, so hell yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I saw it coming a mile away.
This one's a classic. If you're looking for tough, crazy hot women, look no further, as Black Lagoon is arriving.
Do you follow? Understand you? Yes? You got that Chinglish?
She's the main reason I enjoy the show so much, and possibly she's also the reason the anime is so popular to begin with.
You hopped into this parade with your ass hanging out of your pants, and now you're fucked. What? Don't think it's funny?
The action is fine and all, but it is the character when they show so damn interesting and engaging.
Plans changed and it became two of us. We fucked up and got captured. Oh, he sounded like a real idiot.
Could make the list without a shoujo, and Sailor Moon is the best one I can think of at this very moment.
Giddy up, RC, giddy up!
Usually I avoid this genre, but the romance here is done rather well.
Yay, it's Tuxedo Mask!
Wow, how stunning!
Wait for me! Tuxedo Mask! It's a trap! Come on!
It serves more of a comedic purpose, which only adds to the tension for a premise surrounded in danger and mystery.
Hey, don't you think that guy in front of us kinda looks like Tuxedo Mask?
Huh?
I like magical ghost shows, and you can't get better than Sailor Moon.
Pretty rude, bunhead.
Bunhead, that's classic and it fits you perfectly.
I love the transformation sequences, and that short skirt made this anime extremely popular, even for older men, like me. Sarah Mars is my favorite, by the way.
Usagi, you team up with Rei. If you don't want to, fine.
She and Tuxedo Mask. That guy is a classic man who knows how to tame a woman.
Stick to dreaming only when you're asleep. Farewell.
From all comedy slice of life anime out there, I chose Ghoul Rumble to be on the list. This was a great hit back in the early 2000s, and I'm glad I haven't overlooked this gem, as the show is packed with fun and colorful characters.
Makoto, you little devil, you. Pretty smooth the way you got that guy all alone for so long.
What did you do? Come on, tell us.
It's an anime about numerous misunderstandings of a teenager's life. Combine that with many funny confessions of love.
I mean, it's only natural. So what are your favorite moves? How embarrassing. Tenma's more experienced than I am.
An amazing protagonist, which results in a must-watch for any fan of the comedy genre.
Have you told this someone how you feel?
What? Oh, well, I've tried more than once, but she has an odd way of missing the point.
Eri is the best waifu from the show, by the way. I love the blonde, rich girl archetype.
Yes, sir. The guys just can't get enough of that stuff.
Is that true?
No matter what you might have heard, Bleach is one of the best anime you can find. The title had the potential to be a masterpiece.
I don't need to be saved! And I do not tremble!
We lost his memento in its final chapters, which temporarily ruined the experience. Nowadays I can look at it with admiration again, as I came to appreciate Ichigo Kurosaki as a unique protagonist for the shonen genre.
I saw your every step.
It's a miracle how someone so calm and good-looking would be able to carry an ongoing shonen.
Was that the first time you ever saw a girl naked? Huh?
Never mind.
Do you want another look?
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
I know what you may think. It must be nostalgia, the reason why I chose this one to be on the list.
Ash, you're acting like a... Look!
Inside this ball is the very first Pokemon I ever caught.
But in reality, I only watched Pokemon 2 years back, and I loved it. It's a well-crafted and intelligent show.
I don't like bugs!
Yeah? Well, I like carrots and peppers and bugs.
Each episode has an idea or an obstacle that either furthers Ash as a character or adds valuable information in regard with all these intriguing creatures.
If you just try hard enough, things will work out, won't they?
No, Ash, I'm afraid things won't just work out if you try hard enough.
Team Rocket steals the show with their iconic catchphrase, and the comedy works brilliantly, even for an older audience.
Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light!
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meow, that's right!
Which is the current achievement for any kids shows out there.
It's time Team Rocket blasted off.
You may have won this round, but we'll be back!
I won't lie, at the beginning when One Punch Man came out, I was kind of reluctant to try it. It seemed overhyped by the internet community.
My. More suitors have come to vie for my affection.
But once the second season aired in 2019, I got into it.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't toy with my sadistic instincts. I don't want to kill you too quickly.
Some consider the first entry to be better, as it stays more true. For the main character,
my hero name is Hellish Blizzard. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Nope, not even once.
But I really like anti-heroes, and the addition of Garo was just what I needed to get me hooked on this weird portrait of a world filled with weird superheroes.
Let's find out who's the strongest in here. Now don't make me wait all day. Bring it on.
Could make the list without this one. Attack on Titan is an extremely popular show, which basically revigorated anime in the West. It is the title that got me watching anime again, after I gave up on it due to Naruto's enormous filler arcs. Attack on Titan may not be the most original show out there, but it became iconic because of its action, compelling characters, and the awesome design of the Titans. The animations are amazing, and the fight scenes are grandiose in scale. Captain Levi is my favorite.
Look! It's Captain Levi! They say he's like an entire brigade unto himself!
Mainly because he is voiced by the actor of Trafalgar Law in the original version.
Humanity? Cattle.
I want to change the world.
Watched this one a decade ago, but I still regard it as one of the best. It's an interesting story, as it follows the adventures of a Japanese teenage girl that got herself stuck in a feudal fantasy setting.
I'm Kagome Higurashi. I thought I was a normal girl, least till I fell in a well and came out in feudal Japan.
We get demons, spirits, priestesses, and many other fascinating creatures of folklore. The romance between Inuyasha and Kagome is pretty decent. But I was more interested in the relationship between Miroku and Sango. Miroku was my favorite character, due to him being a perverted monk.
A monk who desired a jewel shard and got himself a young woman in the process.
What am I, a consolation prize?
And Sango is extremely attractive.
You have no reason to doubt my intentions.
Alright, I think it's past time that I have to defend this show. Naruto was my first anime I actually followed as a fan.
How can I put this? You're a bunch of idiots.
It has a great story, which sadly has been ruined by an enormous amount of filler arcs and episodes. It's a shame, as when the anime delivers, Naruto is an excellent experience.
Believe it!
Itachi is my favorite shinobi. In my opinion, he's the strongest character the series has, even stronger than Madara. Find me in the comment section, if you want.
You and me, right now, fair and square!
Just like the previous title, Berserk has sadly gotten a rotten reputation as of late.
That man has no control, even over his own will.
Due to the awful sequels, which have horrific CGI. I enjoyed the new seasons despite their visible problems, but I do hope for a reboot of the franchise.
That's more like it. Now you're acting like mercenaries.
As the story in of itself is incredible. It's a classic tale of friendship turned rivalry in a medieval European premise, on top of which we also get numerous fantasy elements and other horrific creatures of the folklore. Guts is an amazing protagonist who finds himself alone against a mad and brutal world. Thankfully, there's nothing his sword can cut, and he puts it to good use. Gallons of blood would be one of the preferable descriptions of the show. Otherwise, Hellsing Ultimate is about vampires and, well, Alucard. I just love when we have an anti-hero as a protagonist. He's simply allowed to have way more fun with his powers.
Neither of us could ever back down in front of an enemy. Come on, then.
Alucard is basically Dracula turned vampire slayer, as he serves the House of Hellsing. On that premise alone, Yama deserves a watch. A lot of gore and some impressive gunslinger action. Being born in Transylvania myself, I simply loved this portrait of our notorious medieval ruler.
You will drink blood of your own choosing, wandering the night, powerful and singular.
Alright, I haven't enjoyed this one as much as the rest of the world, but I recognize quality when I see it, and Code Geass is a great entry in the mecha genre.
Why are you so obsessed with this stuff anyway?
Like the psychological and political angle the anime went for, on top of delivering us sweet robot action.
From pretty girls to sexy grown-up women. Welcome to the Swim Club Cafe, where you get exactly what you want!
Talking about sugar, the girls here are hot.
What's up, Shirley?
Oh, there you are!
The mecha genre usually gives us great waifus, and Code Geass is no exception, as it delivers us a good amount of fanservice, despite its militaristic nature and otherwise mature story.
Is there something wrong? Lelouch, it's Nonali, your sister!
This is one of my favorite from the list. Elfen Lied is the anime I personally enjoy the most.
And I knew that you'd know.
It has a very gory and brutal story. Lucy is one of my favorite anime girls out there.
You want to help us clean? Is that it, Mew?
She's a very intriguing and complex character. Plus we see her naked on many occasions, which is definitely a plus for me and the majority of the male audience.
Glad she didn't punch me.
Try keeping your hands off Mew, okay?
It's a tale about suffering and violence, but also about innocence and family.
Will you kill me too?
So far, I've never been forced to kill one of our species.
Our species?
Rather complex range of ideas and feelings, all packed in only 12 episodes, which evidences its competent writing and fascinating characters.
She scared me. That music.
She dropped the music box.
Yeah, Elfen Lied has plenty of nudity and gives us one of the most impactful and violent, shocking anime to this date.
I'll show you what pain is!
This one needs no introduction. From the still popular opening song to the impressive animations and compelling and interesting characters, Non Genesis Evangelion is an anime any otaku has to least have heard of.
I should have seen this coming.
Hey! Don't you touch me like that!
It's not on purpose!
Audience are split on its story and philosophy, but I enjoyed it fully based on the action and interesting concept it brought to the screen.
My chance.
The show is very influential, and in my opinion, it had a major impact on the classification of girls into the dere categories.
Stop peeking, you stupid lech! Why is it all boys are idiots and so horny all of the time?
Asuka is the best waifu. As far as I'm concerned, she's the mother of all tsundere.
You're coming with! Is that clear?
Damn, she's so damn popular and iconic. Even to this day, there's plenty of cosplayers, pillows, and doujinshi made in her honor.
Let's go, Asuka.
Also, Evangelion kinda establishes the groundwork for many awesome harem anime to come, considering the weak protagonist
Just like a couple? That rubs me the wrong way.
and the way he interacts with so many attractive girls around him. The main reason I started the show was because I admire and respect Roronoa Zoro. He's my favorite anime character of all time. Otherwise, the story is amazing and works incredibly well, despite its long run and enormous number of episodes. I respect the series as it kept every single secondary and main character relevant and interesting throughout the show, without changing their personality or purpose within the story. In my opinion, this is the best mecha anime we have, and Yoko Lindner is one of the greatest waifu ever put on screen.
Damn, you got a mighty fine body. Surface chicks are a breed apart.
Do I need to tell you again to run?
The story struggles a bit at the beginning, but it is saved by awesome characters like Karima and Yoko.
Cause that drill is who you are. Simone, yours is the drill that will break through the vault of heaven!
Not to mention the visually engaging fight sequences. Gurren Lagann presents such an intriguing world and delivers on the mecha attack better than any other titles.
Wow, this is the surface?
The action is a spectacle of colors, and the character design is damn unique and memorable.
Yoko is my name. I never introduced myself, did I?
The show also manages to keep on increasing the stakes up to the point of insanity, and delivers a satisfying and thematic ending to an incredible experience.
Hello, anyone? We're sort of falling!
On the surface, Steins seems to be an anime about time travel and science.
When a world line splits off and memories which are inconsistent with the new reality get erased, mine are not, I call it reading Steiner.
But in my opinion, the show evidences more the weirdness of being a mad scientist who puts his life on the line to save his friends. Okabe is a well-developed and interesting character,
Indeed, take your places, everyone!
which also happens to be in the company of a rather strange entourage. Most of his friends are girls, which is fine by me,
Anyway, good luck with it.
as we get some pretty awkward interactions.
If Ruka's really the girl you say she is, then why does she have a... what the hell?
This anime has a complex and fulfilling story,
In so many words, yes.
and manages to deliver on its premise despite having to deal with a difficult concept such as time travel.
I liked it better before they started messing with this time travel stuff. How come?
Alright, I'm going to show aside. When it comes to popularity, Death Note is undoubtedly the most iconic anime that comes to mind. Such an amazing game of wits between our anti-hero protagonist and his detective archenemy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kira sees right through this.
Your son's clever.
The anime has an amazing concept which allows ultimate power to a character with a god complex who takes justice within his own hands and uses the Death Note for his own interest and pride.
I've set things up so that criminals will continue to die over the next 3 weeks.
The cat and mouse game between Light Yagami and L is what made the show the best psychological and detective story I ever witnessed.
Don't you think that's a bit much? Come on!
Sadly, after the first 24 episodes, the show loses its charm and starts to drag, having lost its iconic rivalry.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it!
Obviously, I wasn't going to miss a chance to praise and recommend the main representative of the shonen genre.
I have everything I could ever want, right here on Earth!
Dragon Ball Z is an anime that I haven't watched until a few years back. I grew up with other shows like Shaman King and Naruto, but of course I always heard of it, and I'm glad I checked it out as an adult. Man, this masterful writing. The anime elevated shonen archetypes and created the best story arcs for the genre. Not to mention that Goku is such a likable protagonist. His goodwill and determination has made the show a lasting masterpiece, an example for all anime to follow.
His power! How can he be so strong? He's blocking my attacks like they were nothing!
Alright, if you're looking for a long, well-animated and fulfilling shonen, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is the best title I could come up with. I just like the art style, and I definitely appreciate the amazing and thematic opening songs the show incorporated. The main character is a good-looking badass, and his personal quest ties in brilliantly with the overarching story. I love the lore of alchemy.
A simple transmutation and we've got hydrogen gas.
And even the traces of European religion, which are represented within the embodiment of the 7 deadly sins.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Anyhow, the characters I like the most is Roy Mustang.
It's staring. It's not very polite.
Well, I can see how she tricked you so easily.
He brings the heat to the party. Mustang is an overpowered badass with a stylish military uniform.
You should have bled to death by now!
I seared the wound closed. I came close to passing out from the pain.
Also appreciate the somewhat gory action sequences. It brings an extra raw feeling to an already engaging anime.
There are worse ways to die than at the hands of a man like you. I love how cold and focused your eyes are.
I think it's time to blow this thing.
This anime should need no introduction. Cowboy Bebop has been considered a masterpiece ever since its release 2 decades ago.
But if you didn't want me to win, you shouldn't have brought me here.
The opening song is just as iconic and captivating now as it was before, and the action sequences and episode structure are regarded as the best of what anime has to offer.
Why lock a fine young lady like you up in a place like this?
You creeps aren't getting any ideas, are you?
Cowboy Bebop is being considered by many to be the greatest anime ever made, and it has a rather good chance of maintaining that very title for decades more to come.